All right, next detail, air barrier continuity. So I'm out in the garage. Notice we have exterior wall here, but then we have wall here that is where the house is. So that's a demising partition between the garage and the house on the other side, and then we have exterior wall there. So if I take a quick peek outside, you can see we have exterior wall there, comes all the way across, and basically comes in right there. Notice the garage framing is attached to that. So build the green box, maintain air barrier continuity, and then simply attach to it. Great detail, air barrier continuity at the garage. All right, I'm in the garage. Well, in this garage, we actually have a big old stair opening here. But what I wanted to show you is the detail here. You can see bottom core truss is a 2x4, but then it basically jumps up to a floor joist. And then it drops back down to a 2x4 cord. So basically what we have is, it's called an attic truss. So the truss comes across, but notice it's got a vertical wall inside, and then it's got some volume space and a vertical wall here, but it actually has floor joists built in. So for the full 50 plus feet of length, we have about an 8 or 9 foot wide hallway upstairs that can be used for storage. So that's 400 square feet plus of storage in the garage attic, which will all be conditioned also, might add. So detail, attic truss in the garage. All right, next detail. Garage doors. Notice how you have the garage and then it drops down. So concrete guys built up a little, or did a little depressed sill pan, and notice that that sill pan engages the door fully. So comes right out where the door will be, and then goes all the way across. So yeah, the detail, recessed garage door pans. All right, stepped outside for this detail. I'm actually standing in the driveway. You can see this is all driveway in front of me, but the detail that I wanted to point out here is, notice the notch in the retaining wall. Yes, water management. Give the water a place to go. Manage the water. Inside the house we do it, at the windows we do it, at the garage doors we do it. We also do it at the driveway. So we have a little notch there. So you can see that. I'll take a little walk down there, maybe see it a little closer. But we basically are controlling the movement of the water from our driveway. So the detail, water management at the driveway. All right, next detail. So we left off with the drainage from the driveway, but notice that drains down. Notice the wall down there. Yeah, we have an on-site retention pond. We're required to by the municipality. They don't want us just dumping our storm water into the street so that they have to treat it. So we actually had to build a little retention pond there. So most of the water should perk into the ground. And what doesn't, if that should fill, you'll see in the back corner there, there is a little notch, just like the driveway, where we have a little wall. It's probably about a 10-inch depression. So if that fills up, the water then jumps over and it flows into the street and into the alleyway for the municipality. And we're allowed to do that when we have the excess water. But initially, we have to capture the water and create that retention pond. So the detail, on-site water retention. All right, next detail. See a little pipe coming out of the ground there? Yeah, probably wondering what that's for. Maybe you do know. We're gonna have gutters on the house. Gutters come down. Water needs a place to go. Water goes into pipe. Pipe goes into system. System goes underground. System bleeds out somewhere over there into our retention pond. So all of our rainwater captured off the house goes into that retention pond and is hopefully going to perk back into the ground. But like I said in one of the other videos where I talked about that retention pond, there is a little section of bleed there, a little notch where if it gets too high, it can bleed over into the municipality and drop into their water system. But the detail is stormwater off the roof drainage. All right, well, like you saw in one of the earlier videos, we're using Huber's zip system. This is their R6 insulating sheathing, but the detail at the corner, the framers actually rabbited out the rigid insulation for that 1 7/16 here so that we get sheathing to sheathing connection on the corners. Really beautiful detail, but more importantly, just beautifully executed there. So great detail. Corners at insulating sheathing. All right, next detail. Yeah, like I said, zip system, zip R6. Notice we have an extended mudsill, and then we have a mudsill above it that sits in 1 7/16. So two things are happening here. One, the insulation is fully protected because it panel is seated on that extended mudsill, but then notice you get all the shear nailing of the panel into that upper mudsill. So very well executed detail down there. The detail, extended mudsill at our sheathing. All right, next detail, the Rip Sill. Yeah, that is where we take an oversized 2x and we rip it to the full width of the wall, which is the 2x6, 5.5 inches, and the 1 7/16. And we create a nice flush condition, but more importantly, we get something to nail that sill to. And you get to see there's that sloping sill there. So anyways, the detail, Rip Sill at windows.